And now on Channel 4, a documentary about Parkinson's disease called Parkinson's, the younger side of it.
John has been suffering with Parkinson's disease for 2 years. His affiliate to Dan is that he is his son, and now he will be interviewed by him in front of cameras for the very first time. Okay, would you like to state your name for the camera?
John.
Yeah, nice to meet you. We've met many times.
It's really nice.
Please,
I'm your father.
Please note your affiliation with me.
I'm your father.
Yeah. We interviewed Dr. Luke MacDonald, an expert in Parkinson's disease. This is what he had to say.
So, Parkinson's is a neurological disease. It's degenerative and it's in the brain, and it's something that we currently have no cure for. 145,000 people were diagnosed, or the estimate is anyway, that 145,000 people were diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2018 in the UK. That's 1 in 350 people.
I was diagnosed on the 20th of May 2015.
So tell me about your Parkinson's.
Memory, in walking, balance, coordination, picking up stuff, shakes.
John's son Dan is affected by his father's condition. Parkinson's support centres like this one have been set up across the UK. They are a place for people like Dan, people with family members affected by the disease, to visit and tackle any issues that they have encountered. Dan speaks candidly about his own experiences.
I didn't realise it would affect me in this way. So, okay. When it started off as, I thought it would be fine. I didn't realise the idea that his life would be shortened by 10 years. I didn't realise that he would get into the position he was in such a short time. When I did my research, I believed that it would happen over 10, 20 years. What I have seen from him in the last 3 years is him struggling to talk, walk properly. He now usually uses a wheelchair. We can't do as much activities as we used to before, so I used to go to football with him every week and spend some decent time with him there. He rarely attends anymore because of the fact that he struggles going there. Driving is a big issue in his life now, but there are people around him to support him. Personally, in my mind, I have had a lot of support of Parkinson's UK, and I do appreciate everyone that has helped me.
There's lots of different types of Parkinson's, if I can use that term. It's not something that is the same in every person. You could have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people with Parkinson's, and each person's experience with the disease would be different.
Everybody's different. Everybody, all sufferers are different, because if we were all the same, it's the same with human beings. If we were all the same, life would be pretty boring. So everybody's different with their symptoms. Some people get slight tremors, some people can't walk, some people stop, some people slow right down. I have trouble with me walking, with the shakes, picking up stuff. It's just affecting mainly the right hand side. This left hand side of my body is fine. It's fine, but it's the right leg, the right arm, right shoulder.
Every 2 hours somebody in the UK is diagnosed with Parkinson's. There are many ways in which it affects the body, but the main thing that it attacks is the lack of dopamine that is produced by the patient. One thing that this can be helped with is strong drugs that sort of mimic that reaction of dopamine that will help with symptoms, but there is no way to fully cure Parkinson's.
If you've got money and you want to donate, Parkinson's UK is a good one. Plus, I've also got my phone out now, and Spotlight YOPD, which is a charity for those with young onset Parkinson's. 6,500 people in the UK have got Parkinson's disease. 6,500 people. young persons that's under the age of 50 have been diagnosed with Parkinson's. 6,500. That's just the UK alone. Something to think about. So if you can, donate to Spotlight YOPD or Parkinson's.
Thank you for watching the first part of Parkinson's The Younger Side. After the break, we'll be looking at medical procedures which slow down the effects of Parkinson's disease. We'll see you again soon.